Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Era of the Dragons, the little D&D game I put on here with my channel with these folks here. Let's go ahead and go around and introduce ourselves. We'll start with you, Silver.
Hi, everybody. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as on YouTube. Every Monday-ish, we run a Capes and Caverns game at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. It is my homebrew version of superhero Dungeons and Dragons. And that, like I said, we just started our second season. So I am playing in that game. And hopefully we'll have a game tomorrow. But for now, I am playing a gem dragonborn by the name of Fensiris.
All right, Jaden.
Hey, I'm Jaden. I also go by Soliloquy. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing a tiefling barbarian named Grief. Grief uses he, they pronouns and also uses a combat wheelchair. The combat wheelchair is designed by Sarah Thompson. You can find them on Twitter under Mustangs Art. You can find me everywhere on social media under Fat Sapphic Bro. And in real life, I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user, and that's why I like to use the combat wheelchair in this game.
All right, and Penny.
Hello, I'm Penny. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character Gift, who is a human warlock druid multi-class. And I am working on a OpenD6 system-based kind of port of old school kind of X-Files, Supernatural, even Hunter the Reckoning style game. And I will hopefully have something to present on that in the coming weeks.
That sounds awesome. I am Archangelic. Most people call me Mal. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm going to be playing everyone else tonight, as I am the game master of this little game. Last we left off, our heroes were investigating a cult of the dragons. You defeated mostly. She ran off, but one of the leaders of the cult of the dragons, she ran deeper into the cave after you had summoned two elks to help fight off a horde of guards. And one of them just smashed one of them. It's great. But yeah, you continue through finding a temple to Tiamat, in which you realize that this cult isn't just worshiping dragons and Tiamat. They are probably going to try and summon the goddess Tiamat back into the material plane. And you digged further into this hatchery, and did eventually find where there were some dragon eggs. And you fought some kobolds who asked you for a password. You eventually defeated them. And now you're trying to run out of here with the dragon eggs. And that's where we'll pick up. I'm going to say we're still kind of an initiative, sort of. Because Grief, you were the last one to pick up a dragon egg. And one of the stalactites in this cave moved, and you feel a tentacle just kind of slide over you. Give me a perception check.
Briefly, Mal, I do have to say, I take issue with one part of your recap. You implied that the elk helped us in the combat. I firmly believe it was the other way around.
That's fair. That's really fair. That does, yeah.
It's an 18.
An 18. You see one of these stalactites is not a stalactite. It has a mouth and one singular eye. And it just says something to you in common, and I'm gonna reveal it here. This horrifying creature here. It says, "Do you have any meat for me?"
Actually, yeah. I have. I'll pull out a couple pieces of my. I had gotten some pieces of the dead kobolds that attacked way long time ago, and I'll give that to this creature.
With its tentacles wrap around the little bit of meat, and you realize that this thing has a lot of tentacles, and some of them are like along the ceiling, spanning the entirety of this cave, like and it just like takes this meat and makes a horrifying sound as it pushes it into its mouth, and you realize that there's like carcasses and bones and things. Like it looks like the kobolds have been feeding this creature.
Each other?
Not each other. It seems like there's just rotting leftovers of meat here. You're not sure where the kobolds got this, but it's clear that there's like, makeshift platters and things just kind of strewn around here, like they were feeding it.
Fantastic.
But it'll let you go. You've given it food.
Okay, great. I'm just gonna slowly move away.
And with that, we are going to say we are out of combat for now. What would y'all like to do? You have these eggs.
Fuck out of this area.
Finzirus is petting Bitey still. I don't.
You're muted.
Oh, I'm muted. Huh. Okay. Hey, y'all. There's like a really giant, horrifying, one-eyed, many-tentacled creature back there. It asked for meat. I gave it meat, but I think we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that does not sound good.
As I remember, Billy and Gift were in mid-run, so we do not change our course.
Yeah. Did y'all find the eggs?
Yes, I've got an egg.
You see Billy and Gift running by with the other two.
And you don't know if Max was just a runt or something, but like these eggs are like 3 feet high, 150 pounds. Like they are hefty eggs.
How much bigger are they than Max's egg was?
150 pounds.
I would say like 50% bigger. Like,
damn.
Yeah. Hence the half speed movement, right?
All right, so I'm gonna move
in here.
Out of here. Dear God, no, thank you.
I don't know if we want to explore this. Maybe we pass it on to your sister's group, Gift. But I have found a note that was 3 viable eggs, which implies there might be other eggs that they're gonna do nefarious things with, maybe. But I don't have the energy to keep going through this. I want to get out of here. I want to go take a nap. But I don't know. There might be something else going on in this cave.
Gift looks at you glumly and says, "There's nothing I enjoy more than spelunking in dangerous caverns."
No. I agreed. Let's get out. I'm just saying. We might want to send somebody in to just like clean up our mess.
She nods at this.
Yeah, I'm at 10 health, so I'm not looking great.
Gift writes on her board, "There's at least 2 guards up at the front."
Oh shit, that's right.
I'm gonna say for this, I'm not gonna make you move your tokens and everything off the map. But is the plan to just try and like to exit from here the way y'all came in?
Yeah, we have 2 exits. We have the way we came in, and then we have the little passage that Gift found when hiding from the trap, which goes like northwest.
Yeah, that one there. Yeah, it's like a tunnel.
Right. Gift has pointed out going back the way we came means at least 2 guards.
That's fair. And we scared some others off. They might be waiting for us. I'm just worried what else is down that tunnel besides an exit. But we can do it. Yeah, just be on your guard, I guess. Because, I mean, you're not wrong. I don't want to fight those guards.
A short
rest. I saw that what they did to my elk.
Right. Out of game, a short rest is an hour, correct?
That is correct.
Is there a lock on the door from the way we came? Like for that hatch?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was just covered with a rug. Like okay. it seems to be hidden if you just cover it up.
Gift is going to set the egg down by the altar, go cover the rug, and sink down on the floor.
Yeah. there doesn't seem to be any immediate threat to you. You all can take a short rest.
Ooh, excuse me.
Is there a button for that like there is for long rest? Oh, there it is. Found it.
Yes.
Roll
Yes.
some hit die.
Yep. You should have hit die equal to your level. You can choose to
Where are
roll
we
them
resting up? Are we back in the?
in the temple area.
Oh, okay. We're just in here. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, nice. Rolled 1, got exactly the amount I needed.
Nice.
Okay. I've used up that one. And then take a short rest. Okay, short rest
Ooh.
taken. Okay. Yay, I have a few spells again.
Oh yeah, you have your pact magic.
Right. It's not much, but it's more than I had before.
Mhm.
If you may remember, Gift had started using her weapons, which means everything has gone wrong.
That's right. Billy's just like caressing the eggs. He's just trying to impart some body warmth. You don't know how much body warmth he has. He's still in like a skeletal form for at least part of the short rest. He says, "These look like black dragon eggs.
Good to know. That makes sense.
Wonder why they chose just black dragons. It seems to be a little bit of a theme, though."
I was gonna say it's kind of a theme with them. Right, I'm at 28 out of 38, so I feel much better.
Did you make sure to add your Constitution modifier for every hit die you rolled? So when you spend a hit die, you roll the hit die plus your Constitution modifier. D&D Beyond does it automatically, but
Oh, this is news to me. I've never done this ever. Anytime we've
Oh.
ever done hit die,
I will
I've never
say-
been told this.
I have told you, but it's fine. It's a complicated. It's one of the more complicated things in D&D. It's like, do you just get it once, or do you get it? You get it for everyone. So, yeah. So yeah, you managed to short rest.
Okay, then I'm at 36 out of 38, which is much better.
Woohoo.
That is much better.
I don't know how I've been playing for 3 years, so this is the first I feel like I've ever heard of this, but my brain is like, I don't know, a strainer. Things just fall out.
I've been like DMing games for 5 years, and occasionally a player will tell me a rule, and I'm like, I didn't know that's how that worked. It's just
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, so does this mean we want to try and explore more? Or do we still want to try and get out?
Well, so the thing is, they've had time to regroup while we've been down here. Thankfully, nobody came down here. That would have been bad, but I say we try to get out through whatever tunnel their leader used up there.
Gift nods enthusiastically.
Hopefully that's just an exit. Hopefully.
I will note you only saw one entrance exit from the outside. So
But the leader is either the leader is sitting in a room somewhere like we are, or there's another exit. Those are the two options.
Well, and that is the risk. Like if we do this, we run the risk of running into the leader just sitting in a safe hideout somewhere deeper in, which I'm okay with that risk if you all are. I'm here for whatever we get into.
What do you say, Bitey?
To no one in particular. I wonder how much easier it would be to leave with the hostage.
Please don't take Bitey as a hostage. Oh, you meant, I'm sorry. Now I get it now. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yay, true neutral alignment.
You just say Bitey, and like the big tail on this direwolf just like starts thwapping.
All right. I don't want to get in any more fights, but I think I'm ready to go if y'all are.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
So we're trying to go through this back and see where it takes us, or are we walking out the front door?
We are going to go through the tunnel we have not been in hopes of finding a back door.
Okay. I will move your tokens because I couldn't figure out how to make this tunnel work magically.
As we're getting up and going, Gift says, I didn't think it was possible, but I'm even more excited than I was when we got here.
Oh, gift, it'll be okay.
And Bitey. I guess Bitey's going with. How long does Bitey stay around?
Let me double check, but I think it's until they are taken down to 0 health.
As long as Bitey can get through that hole.
Yeah. You can move through a space meant for a size smaller than you, but you can't end your turn in that space. That's kind of the D&D rules.
Nice.
So you can't follow a goblin into its little hidey hole, but you know.
Okay. So the creature vanishes at the next dawn, or when it's reduced to 0 hit points.
Okay. Huh. Well, there you go. You only spent an hour. It's still, it's maybe getting close to nighttime now, but yeah, you're fine. Yeah. So
there's still an elk chilling on a bed over there too.
Yeah, that elk can't go anywhere. Like it's too big.
Oh, that's right. That's going to surprise someone, and I really wish we could see that.
That's why no one's come down since we left.
Yeah, exactly. Right? They just walk in the room and go, nope.
I don't get paid enough for this, so walk right back outside.
That elk is sleeping comfortably on the boss's bed. Just took up a spot, and the other one did get killed, I believe, by the guards, which was unfortunate. But
he got poofed, sadly. When Fen notices, is there light going on in here, or is this in darkness?
There is light in here. There seems to be, torches and things. Yeah, you can easily see ahead of you, that there are thin mattresses of straw. There's badly cured furs, and there's like small beds. They're just kind of haphazardly put throughout there. You see little rats and lizards like crawling around in the hay in this room. Just kind of nibbling at the various pieces of food and like bottles of wine just thrown around here. And there's just a bunch of kobolds in there.
Are they awake or are they asleep?
Make a stealth check.
Sure.
Yeah,
that
go
seems
ahead.
fair.
Let's get a group stealth check here.
Oh,
come on, Billy.
Oh yeah, let me pull up Billy.
That's fitting for me. Finally, that's a natural 20 on a stealth check.
Nice,
beautiful.
So, if it helps at all, that's a 27.
It's a whopping 7 for grief.
That would be 2 for a bedraggled gift.
Okay, let's hope for Billy. I'm pulling up his character sheet. Let's see. It's +3, so we'll see. Oh, that's not bad. 18. I'll say that nat 20 makes up for somebody's failure. So overall, you succeeded this group check. Actually, roll for the direwolf. Let's see.
I was about to say, I'm looking that up right now.
They have it is proficient in stealth +4.
All right, +4. Got it. That takes it to a 10.
I'll say 10 works here. These kobolds are not paying much attention. They're mostly sleeping.
Right.
So you're taking lead, Fen, and you see them and just kind of lounging about. You seem to have found the kobold barracks.
Okay. Oh goodness. I am very cautiously going to put a hand up, telling everyone else to stop. And I'm just going to take a couple of stealthy steps over this way to take a look around to see if there's a way through without getting their attention.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Immediately, kind of northeast of you, you see that there is a pathway downwards.
Okay.
Yeah. Kobolds have a passive perception of 8. So.
Okay. I'm gonna roll myself over here then and take a peek.
Now here you look down and you see you see forward and you see that there's like a ledge coming down into an area where there's like a bunch of dummies set up, and you see a couple of kobolds like teaching guard drakes commands, and like they'll say they're speaking in Draconic to these guard drakes, but they're saying like attack, and like you see the guard drake like latch out onto one of the dummy's arms and like shake him.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I am going to very quietly move my way back and signal this is no good. And signal keep backwards.
All right. So it sounds like, or is everyone moving back into the temple area, or?
Yeah, I will follow what I'm being told to do.
Okay. I'll move y'all in there. Okay.
Yo, they're chaining more guard drake up there. I don't think that's our better route out. I'm gonna be honest.
Gift nods and points at the front door.
Yep. Seems to be the way.
And I mean, can the elk make it out the front, or is it just stuck in that room? I know it couldn't follow us where we are now, but can it make it out?
It could probably make it out. You think it would be a tight squeeze, and it would have to angle its antlers, but it could maybe make its way out.
I mean, if we let the elk lead, then I don't think we'll have too much problem getting out.
Yeah. Let's we'll see what we can do here.
Okay. Yep, you crawl over the various bodies you have left behind. And you make your way through.
Let's go, elk.
Is the direwolf able to get up those stairs?
The direwolf can, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm gonna come over here real quick. Hey, Elk and John. Let's see if we can get out of here.
It just like kind of, as it like stands on the bed, it doesn't get off the bed, it just stands and the bed kind of crumples underneath it.
Yes, good job.
Wanton destruction of property. Well done.
It knocks all the clothes off of like hooks on everything. Like there's like a coat on its antler. Yeah. And yeah, you make your way out with the elk and direwolf. As you make your way through, you see that one room where they had a whole bunch of things. There's still that one guard who's drunk asleep on the hay pile. He seems to be a permanent fixture there now. And yeah, you can make your way out. In fact, you get out and you look into this main entryway. And you do see there's another entrance. Maybe something loops back, you're not sure. But there is like another way downward into the cave. But you look and you don't see any guards. It looks maybe they abandoned it.
They did give the orders to evacuate the camp outside.
Mm-hmm.
Were they also going to eventually abandon this cave? That seems strange. But I don't know. This could be a trap. Keep an eye out, y'all.
For sure.
You make your way out of this cave seemingly safely back into the main camp, which has been completely broken down. Various remnants of like tents and things are left, but seems like anything of import has been packed up, and there's just multiple cart tracks out of here. So yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Gift just shakes her head at the lack of professionalism. She seems more like annoyed than relieved.
Gotta clean up your space afterwards. I agree. Is there a way to do you and your sister share some sort of signal to get each other's attention somehow?
Gift shakes her head until like last week her sister was an adventurer and Gift was not.
All right. I just thought maybe we should check in on them, but I don't remember. I got distracted by everything going on in the cave. Did they say where they were going? I know they said they didn't want to go spelunking.
Y'all told them to guard your stuff.
Right.
So they are
up on the hill.
They're up on the hill with your stuff.
We've only actually been gone for like what, 2 hours?
Yeah. In fact, as you pop out of the cave and see the main camp, like, what's her name? I have to remember the party's
Bella?
name. Bree, the monk, is just like actually above the cave entrance and says, "Everything good?" Like,
Yeah.
manages to scare whoever is like up down
Yep.
below. Like,
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Fen hears that, there's definitely a soul knife in her hand because she was expecting a surprise attack coming out of the cave. She does not attack, but she's like, "What? Oh, okay." Hey, did you see some guards?
yeah, they ran off like an hour ago.
Huh.
Yeah,
Man.
like one like fancy lady and like nice armor.
Oh,
Kind of
she
want that
snuck-
armor.
She snuck past us some other way. All right.
Yeah, came out this way. Told all the guards to go. I don't know. I assume it had something to do with you all. And is that an elk?
Yeah, this is Elkin John.
Where did an elk come from?
Well, see, there was a abandoned dragon horde, and I happened to find this this bag here, and I can't do anything with it right now, but it seems like daily I can pull about 3 different animals out of here. It's kind of random, though. I can never tell from the fuzziness what they're gonna be until they poof.
She kind of like shadow leaps down onto the back of this elk, and this is a beautiful creature.
At one point, we had 2. It was very interesting.
That's amazing. I'm so sad I didn't see it.
We also have the dire wolf.
Oh yeah, this is Bitey.
Well, yeah.
And these giant ass eggs.
Oh, right.
Gift is still like
Just waddling.
waddling along.
So is Billy.
What are we gonna do with these?
That's a good question. Do we go back to the druids?
It's not
I don't
like a
think they'd
2-day
approve of-
journey.
I don't think they'd approve of black dragon eggs, if we're being honest.
They weren't clear about chromatic dragons' effect on the environment, so we don't know. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what you do with them at this point, to be honest.
Billy Bob says, some people don't like dragon eggs. They think they're a nuisance. Dragons in general. I don't agree. I think dragons are great.
Where would you? Well, yeah, I can ask questions. So, where would you take it then, Billy?
Well, the last time I had an egg, I did not get that far.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't bring it back to that town. They
No, they
went through
definitely-
enough already, if we're being honest.
Maybe one of the nice people who maybe the good king knows what to do with it. What was his name? King Henrik. He seemed like a nice guy.
Nice enough. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about. I'd like it. You have a great attitude about dragons, and I love that about you. I have learned that there's general distrust about dragons, though, around the human populations. I don't know if the king would share your opinion about dragons in general. It's possible he won't recognize their black dragon eggs specifically, but generally chromatic dragons are seen as a scourge of the land, which kind of sucks.
I mean, Billy like postulates on that for a second. He's like, I don't always feel like, just because a place is hospitable for humans means that it should be, Maybe they're making their home nice for them, but that doesn't mean we need to live there,
Mm-hmm.
People get real people-centric about these kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
There's many things that live in a volcano. I ain't gonna live in a volcano.
Could I?
Gift knows nothing about dragons, or would be like, "Where's the nearest fin or swamp?" Gift.
You can make an intelligence check if you want, but well, you can call it a nature check. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, Arcana, history, or nature. So
Those are all the same.
that tracks.
I rolled a 16, which means I got a 16.
Yeah, I guess you would, you would maybe have heard legends about a black dragon. Typically they live in swamps.
Okay, and just to memory check for me, south of here is a sort of larger kingdom, Finlands, and possibly a ruin or like ancient city. That's all south of here, correct?
Yes. There is. Well, the ancient city was like way, way south of the map that I had sent y'all.
Okay.
Yeah. But there are. Southern Reach does have some, some swamps and things. There's kind of marshlands all over, though. There's a lot of rivers and a lot of coastland here. So,
Gift pulls out a piece of paper, because in this case, the chalkboard would be very inefficient. And she writes out a note, which she hands to Grief. The note says, "Remember when Max could speak and do things quite well immediately after being born? Maybe these things are similar. Why don't we take it to a swamp and leave them there?"
That's not a terrible idea.
Wormlings are equivalent to level 2 characters. They'll be fine.
If we can find them, like a safe little spot and put them together. I also don't trust taking them to the king. I don't want them to end up weaponized.
Mm-hmm. Gift nods at this. Gift doesn't think about the idea that, leaving black dragons, like seeding the swamps with black dragons could be a bad idea for the kingdom eventually. That's fine. Gift will be dead. They called her Johnny Black Dragon Seed. We still speak about her with flames in our eyes and hatred in our heart today.
I am all for finding them a really good home.
What do you think, Finn?
I mean, I just want to make sure that they are raised, that they have good parents, and I'm still weirdly leaning towards the druids, if anything, but I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know. I don't think. I guess the best option probably is to leave them in a swamp and leave them where they're gonna be the most comfortable and not be endangered right away. Hopefully,
because what I was told, Mal, just to double check, was that metal dragons impact the land in a sort of inherently positive way, and chromatic dragons are elementally. They strengthen their elemental space, but they aren't necessarily inherently positive or negative. Is that correct?
For the most part, kind of what you've been told is that, so where there's metallic dragons, people tend to like to be there. Things get better, the crops grow better. It's warmer, the weather's fairer. Okay. Chromatic dragons tend to like things a little more extreme. A red dragon would like it way too hot. A blue dragon would like way too many thunderstorms. So it just seems to be a matter of as Billy was trying to explain it, it's like how people see it more than anything else. It's they have the ability, all dragons have the ability to make an area hospitable to themselves.
Right. So putting a black dragon in a fin is a neutral action.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. That is definitely Gift's idea then.
Yeah.
I'm okay either way. If we prefer to take them to the druids, or if we prefer to drop them in a swamp, I'm good either way.
I get Gift. Do you have the ability to message any of the druids? Because it would be great if we could get one of them to move to the swamp to help raise the black dragons. That's my one concern, is I want them to have a positive influence.
Let me take a look. I don't think at this low level, but I can check.
You did buy a stack of paper birds, if I recall correctly.
Didn't those only? Didn't buy them. I was given them. Don't those only go to Vela? I would love to go that route.
No, they go wherever you address them to.
Oh, well then, yeah, that will work perfectly. I think I actually thought that those only went to Vela, so I did not understand that.
Yeah. No, the one you wrote and used to track her down, that one only went.
Yeah, I will gladly send a message with like, this is where we're leaving them,
Right. Yeah.
Based on what you've taught me, this seems like something you should know about. There's probably some like crotchety druid who doesn't want to be around other people.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think like a positive influence would be great for them.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, you address this paper bird. It folds itself into the little bird shape and flitters off.
I guess I'll address it to the head of the druid grove there, and then they can delineate from there.
Yeah. To Amer, the archdruid. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I guess we're heading to the swamp.
To the swamp.
I guess make a nature or survival nature or survival checks to see if you know where a swamp is. I'll say, yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I don't know these lands very well, but let's see if I heard about anything.
Nope. 5.
That's a 10.
Billy's been around the block. Let's see what he knows. Probably nothing.
We also have an entire other party we can ask about it potentially if they stuck around.
Find a stream, follow it until you get to the end.
That's basically, I mean, like there is a stream through here. Like, there you seem to be like at the edges of what could be some sort of riparian kind of environment. There's like floodplains and things. So basically you think if you follow this stream, you'll probably end up somewhere that's marshy.
Okay. I can work with that.
Walk until you find skunk cabbage. Deposit the eggs.
If you follow water, you find the low point in the area, and that's where water is. So it's pretty simple. Bree will ask, so you're heading to a swamp. Do you want us to do anything? Or, I mean, Vitha's still not 100%. She's been resting, but.
Oh, excuse me. We just sent a message to the druids, so I guess that's not entirely important.
We technically, I think, just finished our mission for the king as well.
Yeah.
And
was there any loot or anything? Did you find some gold?
Oh, hey, there is something you can do. Actually, we were to rest up, get your party all ready to go. There's some kobolds still left in there. There's some guard drakes that are hanging out in there. Grief, you said you found some sort of tentacle monster, right?
There is a horrifying, very large, one-eyed, many-tentacled monster.
I'm not asking
for meat. I gave it some meat, and it was happy with that.
Yeah, so don't go in that room. So you're gonna go in. There's a little hidey hole. You go down the ladder. You end up seeing a big old statue to Tiamat. Don't turn right at that statue. Turn left instead. And basically what we're concerned about is any other eggs that are left in these people's care seems bad to us. So if you could just be as stealthy as you can, check around, but basically clear out all the kobolds and watch out for the guard drakes. Don't get hurt, and also watch out for the thing pretending to be a stalactite.
Gift writes on her chalkboard, there was at least 2 large storerooms and a fairly well-equipped office.
Well, all right then. So it sounds like kick in the door, kill the monster, get the treasure. It's pretty straightforward. And and she's like, I'll go get, we can easily clear this out. Shouldn't be a problem.
Right,
Just looks at them with bewilderment.
this is what we do. It's, oh,
How much was in what I took, basically? Like Finn went through and grabbed a bunch of gems and then left everything else, and I just kind of tossed it in the bag of holding to divvy up later.
oh, in the like dragon shrine area. Um,
Yeah.
yes. So a string of pearls, a golden sapphire ring, and there was a pouch containing a half dozen masterfully cut and polished precious stones worth 100 gold piece each.
And that's what Finn took.
That's what Finn took.
That's what Finn took. The gems, it's hard to say whose they were, but the string of pearls and the golden sapphire ring, probably distinctive enough that you could probably return them to someone in town.
Okay, cool. Was there gold in there too?
No, there wasn't like gold coins. So
Oh, I totally thought you said there was. That's why I grabbed it. Okay.
I don't think so. Let me just double check that I know what I'm talking about.
They were just taking random bits of metal, from what I remember, correct?
They were taking anything that looked valuable.
Okay.
So for kobolds, that was mostly anything metallic, lots of jewelry and things like that.
Was there like a skillet or a Dutch oven by any chance?
You would probably, yeah, easily there would be one in there, especially in the guard quarters. So
Okay. The only thing that Gift tries to take is a skillet or a Dutch oven.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can find a very nice Dutch oven.
On brand.
Mhm. Very well seasoned. Yeah.
Gift looks very pleased with it, ties it to her back.
But yeah, I mean, there's some also some dead cultists in there that I don't think we did a great job of searching their pockets. So there's probably more treasure to be found. Actually, to be honest, they weren't wearing pockets because they were in their sleepwear. So I'm not even sure where their pockets are, but I bet they're full of gold.
Bree will say, I'm downright excited to be part of this now and to raid this, and it seems like you left a lot of goodies for me. Who can complain?
You are welcome. Just again, be careful. Watch out for moving stalactites.
Was it a roper? It looks like a pizza slice with tentacles. Like, you said it had a big eye, right?
Yeah, one giant eye.
Oh yeah, those things suck. It was on the floor though. That's not nearly as bad.
It's gross. It was really horrifying.
When they're on the ceiling, they pull you up there. It's never a good time.
Ooh, don't like that. Anyway, good luck in there.
She'll have to. She's like, I'll take you up to your stuff though. I have to get at least Bree and Lynn and on Brett and Lynn on this.
Yeah,
so.
don't go in there by yourself. That'd be foolish.
Yeah, need our healer. Yeah, so
tell you what, take Bitey with you. Bitey, stick with him.
Bree will get down. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Little danger puppy. This thing's bigger than her.
Right. As you do.
Yeah, so yeah, go ahead and whoever wants to can roll a survival check and see how long we'll see how well you find a little swampy area to put these eggs in.
That already.
Yeah, I got a 4.
Oh, that's
I
right.
got a 5.
But we were just gonna follow the stream.
Yeah.
Silver got a 10.
Yes.
Okay. Billy got a 16. So he's like, I can probably find a good place. And he just starts walking. And he started waddling like it's muddy here still, and he's just like plopping away with the dragon egg. He's like, wait, we should put these in a cart.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a wagon for this. We don't y'all don't have to carry those, you know.
So he'll load up the cart, and you all get along, and he takes you it probably takes you about 3 hours to find a place that's suitable enough. You get into, you basically, you head east from here a little bit, um, following this stream, and yeah, you find a little marshy area. Um, this time of year, it's been raining enough that most of it is flooded, and you find what looks to be like I want to say kind of cypress type trees. So lots of little notches and places you can leave these eggs where they'll probably be protected from most predators.
Fantastic.
And you did inform the druids that you informed the druids. It took you a few hours. I think Amar would actually meet you here. He can travel via trees. So
Oh yeah,
It's a great
that
spell.
druid power. Those are amazing.
you find this tree and there's just an eagle hanging out on top of it, and you're like, that's probably not good. And then it turns into an elf. And he says, he will come down and he says, excellent. Good work. These are important creatures. Thank you for saving them. Many others would be cautious of chromatic dragons.
And that's yeah. I mean I think people have a bad perception of them, and then it's that downward spiral of they're told they're bad, so they become bad, and so they're told they're bad, and it's a terrible cycle. And I'd love to help stop that if you have a druid that's willing to help raise them and get them started off on the right track.
There's a gulf between something that is angry and something that is evil. Chromatic dragons tend to be angry. It's genetic, it's epigenetic in a way, but we will take good care of them.
Okie doke. Also care for the real heavy, just super heavy.
He will turn into a gorilla. And he'll just lift it with ease, like 2 of them at a time, and just like kind of waddle off into the swamp to find a better one.
Living his best life.
Absolutely.
Billy Bob will say, now that's a good guy.
A happy druid.
Billy, you've had the most experience with these cultists, so question, could they have started the ceremonies already? Is there any danger to our druid friends?
Oh, I mean, I don't know if them and the druids have crossed. I imagine, if they fought at all, that would be not good. I don't know anything about a ceremony.
No, it's okay.
I'm not a church going guy.
What I guess the thing I'm worried about is what if what's in the egg is not actually a black dragon, but something that was part of the ritual.
Oh, you're worried about them half dragon things.
Well, I mean, if it's a half dragon, they can also be like it's. I guess if it's that, then that's fine too, because the druids could still take them on a different path than the cultists did, and that'd be fine. I'm worried that half of a ceremony to Billy, were you paying attention to those artwork? Did you notice the art in there?
He says, yeah, it was like there was like dragons and stuff, and there was like a dragon with a bunch of heads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I saw that.
Do you know the name of that dragon with a bunch of heads?
I do not.
Ah, okay. Well, that's a really not fun dragon to deal with that has done terrible things in the past, and they're trying to bring it back. And I think the dragon eggs are part of that ceremony, but as long as nothing happened, then nothing terrible would be in those eggs, right?
It makes sense to me, I guess.
I don't know. What do you two think? Should we let Amar know about the ceremony just in case, or do we keep that on the down low? Okay.
I feel like a warning would be good.
Okay.
Also, is there any is there any check I could make to figure out if it's normal for the eggs to be as large as they are?
I would say that would again be like research into dragons. So Arcana, history, or nature.
13 Arcana or history.
I would say with 13, you don't know much about dragons through their life cycles, but Max got pretty big pretty quickly. Maybe these have just been in the oven longer, you know? So and also like black dragons are really different species from gold dragons. So
Okay.
it would be hard to say. You're not an expert.
Alrighty.
But yeah, caution's sake, I think I agree. We should let's let Amar know what we know.
Amar will. So you tell him he's sitting in his gorilla form while you're telling him this.
I'm just imagining Optimus Primal
100%.
doing the whole meditation thing while in animal form.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the eggs are fine, but just be cautious when they first hatch in case it's something else waiting in there.
And I mean,
go ahead.
also, I mean, they may still be looking for these eggs once they realize they're missing.
True.
Amar says doesn't really say anything because he's a gorilla right now, but he takes one of the eggs, he lifts it gently to his head, and he just listens to it, and he just nods his head, and
All right, cool.
he gives you a sign language for thank you, and
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right. We go back to the king, collect our reward.
Yeah.
Did the job. Don't have to say anything about eggs.
Yeah. We'll leave that part out.
Gift was never officially part of the mission with the king, so she'll split off when we get back to town.
That's probably fair.
Yeah. So yeah, you leave off here and you make your way back into town. You're not far along, but that's where we're going to take our break. And so yeah, if we're good to take a break, we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes with more of this adventure. We'll see you soon. Hey everybody, welcome back. I hope you got yourself some water, a snack, and have found a comfy place to enjoy the rest of this game. When we went to the break, our heroes were headed back into town, and by town I mean Brambles upon the River, the town where this whole little thing got started. So yeah, you make your way. It's a pretty simple trip. Takes you, well, from where you are, probably takes you, it's about nightfall by the time you get back into town. People are starting to wind down their businesses and things like that. The tavern is hopping, the tavern where Gift has an apartment over, is just filled to the brim with people. It seems that people are getting along pretty okay since the attack on the town. Not too much was destroyed, but life goes on. So you make your way back into town. What would you like to do?
Grief, you have a business here in town that you help with, right?
Yeah.
Did you need to check back in or anything?
I mean, she knows that I am gonna be busy. I'll probably check in before we go, but I don't know if we want to check in with the king first before we do anything else, or
Yeah, I mean, it would be good to get that out of the way. At least let them know that we'd like an audience with the king.
yeah. I
All
think I'd
right.
rather get that out of the way first.
Okie doke. To the castle.
So yeah, you make your way to the castle, just a little bit north of town. You come to the gates and the guard just says, state your business.
Our business is that we have routed and scared away the cultists that were concerning the king and the town.
He just squints and he says, all right, stay here. And he'll go into his little guard area, talk to one of the other guards there. You wait here a little bit, and he opens one of the smaller doors to the gates to this keep, and Sir Oakenroot comes to meet you. Not the king, but the person who seems to be acting as an intermediary. He says, good. I hear you've dealt with our little problem.
Yeah, we first of all rescued a couple of the townsfolk. Did we get anybody besides Gift's sister out of there, speaking of, or was it just Gift's sister?
Oh shit.
That's right.
Well, they started breaking down the camp. Who knows what they did with the prisoners?
Yeah, you did not manage to you mentioned this, and he says
we rescued one of the townsfolk. Let me clarify.
He says a few townsfolk did make their way, kind of wander their way back. I'm not sure what you did, but we appreciate whatever it is you did. We haven't heard about any other problems in the region, so.
Well,
the generic half-elf in the party says, we scared them away with our superior numbers and surrounded them with an army, which is what they thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to hear this. Of course, there is a reward involved. But it is nighttime. I do not have access to those treasuries at the moment. I would ask that you please come back in the morning, and I will handle that for you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for your time.
All right.
Back to my house.
As you walk away, Billy's like, now this seems like a fine, upstanding wizard. Usually they're a little like, and he just goes like, makes this kind of gesture. He's like, they're a little conniving.
The generic half-elf nods at this.
Well, aside from getting whatever reward they're giving us, I want to check back in with the blacksmith and make sure they're okay. I seem to recall at some point they were supposed to help us with routing the cultists, so I want to make sure nothing terrible happened to them in between us running off.
Gift asks, I suppose if we have nothing else to do, after we're done, we can go find your lost city.
Hey, all right. It's a good point.
Gift's under orders from her sister to be an adventurer. This sounds like adventuring.
Great job, Gift.
Easily make your way into town. And who all is going where? Are you all going to the blacksmith?
I'll go home.
All right. Billy Bob will also find a place to sleep for the night.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Fen needs to sleep for the night. She's not gonna go to the blacksmith now. She's just thinking for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming I still don't have a roof, so I'm gonna set my tent up in my house, and then I'm gonna use my fancy new camp stove in my hearth. And it's very exciting.
You actually go up to your apartment, and you see that it's not a good job, but there is a patch over the roof. It seems to be mostly just a few boards and maybe some kind of canvas tarp.
Okay.
I feel even better about this. If Finn wants to stay with me, I will cook her dinner.
Hey, if you got a roof over my head, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will also probably just go to my place and then check in with Afe later.
Yeah. Afe is up and her shop is still open.
Cool.
If
I'll
you
probably check in with her first then. And I'll let y'all know if anything happens or if you need anything, you know where I live, you can just come on over. Let's check in with Afe.
Afe sees you come into the shop, the what is her shop? The Flying Wrench.
Mm-hmm.
And she is she's kind of doing some inventory and things like that for the evening, kind of closing things. She sees you come in, and she will say, "Hey, you're alive. You survived."
Yeah, we did we did okay. Shockingly, somehow we managed. Everything doing okay here?
She says, "Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people have a lot of money to spend, and I tend to carry a little slightly premium thing, but um, I, I sold some like scrolls of mending. People seem to like those. Been making a few of those, but everything's been pretty good.
Okay, good deal.
I can't complain."
All right, we will. We'll figure out ways to make up some more revenue once I'm more able to be here for you.
Just don't worry about that. I mean, you're handling. It sounds like world-ending stuff, or like this whole cult stuff. Doesn't? I mean, dragons. I mean, who brings a dragon to a city raid? Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
Are you okay? Like, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's nice to be around people. We're handling things pretty okay. I think we make a decent team.
I'm just look. I know like a lot of things are not my business. I don't ask you a lot of things, but I'm glad to hear you're okay.
Appreciate that. I am, however, absolutely exhausted. So I think I'm gonna go get some sleep. And if you need anything, you know where to find me.
She says, "I wouldn't hate if you did the deliveries in the morning, but if you are too tired, that's fine.
No worries at all. I'll be here.
Me and Applesauce have things if we need."
I got you. No, I should be good. I just need to conk out for a little bit.
And she'll pull her coin purse, and she's like, I owe you your wages, and she'll pay you a gold piece.
Thank you.
She says, "Well, sleep well. Let me know if you need anything, especially the human girl."
Well, I'll let you know. Thank you.
And she'll tend to her shop. You all gain the benefits of a long rest as morning comes and brambles upon the river.
Very nice.
The city, the town, mostly the first sounds you hear are basically barges on the river being loaded up with supplies and things. Basically, people on the docks mostly. That's the first things in the morning. And then as slowly things in the marketplace kind of wake up as people go looking for breakfast and looking to get their things done for the day. And as you all rouse.
I'll handle what I assume are very early morning deliveries.
Yeah, it's mostly raw materials for various enchantments and things. It's definitely less than normal, but Afe appreciates you doing it for her.
I'll handle that, and then I'll go meet Gift and Fen at Gift's place.
Yeah, that was an interesting night. It's interesting to sleep under a tarp like that. It's almost like camping.
When you walk in, Gif is like whistling to herself and cooking eggs on the lid of her pan.
Love it.
She turns around with pride.
Looks like it's going well.
She smiles and serves you a plate of eggs.
Thank you.
You should maybe see about fixing up your roof a little bit better. Your Gift. Well, it looks like somebody. I don't know. The townsfolk around here just help each other out. That seems oddly nice of them.
Grief would know that the the tavern here, the Hanged Hog, is run by a dwarven family, the Strelbregs. And you, Grief, know that they're nice people. They'll help out whoever their tenant is. They probably are the ones who put up the tarp until they could get to it. They do run the busiest tavern in town as well. So
We've
Yeah.
definitely got some good folks around here.
Okay. Well, I could
In fact,
see
at the door you hear a knock.
Gift goes and answers the door.
It is a young dwarven woman, who says, you're the new tenant?
Gift smiles and nods.
I'm Brenna. I'm Horace's daughter. You're renting from Horace. I think your sister or somebody is the one who set this up. That's all fine. As long as things get paid. She has like a toolkit. She's like, I gotta patch the roof. If it's gonna keep raining like this, it's not gonna be good for anyone. If you don't mind, I can get in here and get it done real quick.
She like gestures, goes and starts heating up coffee.
You gesture and she like calls down, okay, bring it up. And like somebody, like two other people come up with a ladder and they set it up in the room and climb up onto the roof. And
Gift adds more water to the coffee pot and starts peeling potatoes.
y'all need any help or anything? Can I hold something for you?
no, we got it.
Okay.
Shouldn't be any problem. I see you're cooking. I would have offered you food. It's okay. Sorry about the inconvenience. Hope you are enjoying living here. We want to make it safe, as comfortable as possible.
Holds up her chalkboard. It's very nice. I like the hearth.
As these people start to bring up thatching and things to to fill in the roof. They basically will just work around you.
All right. Well, shall we go talk to a wizard about a thing?
Yeah, let's go do that.
Okay.
Gift nods, leaves the hot coffee, and follows you out.
Okay. So yeah, you make your way downstairs and make your way across town. At this time of day, the keep is actually open. There's no active threat against it, so kind of holding court here. So you are able to walk in and you're given a direction to where the wizard would be. It looks like one of the smaller outbuildings along the wall is where he kind of has an office, a laboratory, something of that sort. So you make your way there and you knock on the door, and from what seems to be across this office, he actually will like use magic and open the door for you, and he says, please come in. And he doesn't look up from his book.
Okie dokie.
We'll come in.
Then we'll step in.
So yeah, you've been in Gift, you've been in his home. This is very different from his home. This seems almost like this is putting on an appearance. There are various like alchemical supplies in here, and of the wizard's usual fare of his menagerie. This is very much not that. This seems to be just where he talks to people or maybe does some small amount of research. But he says, this is above the table. Do y'all remember what I told you the reward would be? Does somebody have that written down? Because I did not write it down.
Let me check in my notes here.
Oakenroot, Magic Commander.
Rep for the Helimanor Magic Society, Gift's old boss. I did not write down what the reward was, just the guy's name and his like station.
250 gold.
250 gold total?
Yes.
Okay. He says, yes, right. We did some scrying. It looks like you were correct. You good work routing them out. Here is your reward, and he will hand you a purse full of 250 gold pieces.
Well, appreciate doing business with you. It's a weird thing to say about that, but anyway, we appreciate it. Hopefully everything is going okay here in town.
Mm-hmm. He says, I do have a question though. I am finalizing a list for there will be a council is called, to deal with this problem at large. The druids of Corlon's Rest were invited, primarily the high druid or whatever he calls himself, Amer. When asked to attend, he just sent a list of names. He will pull out a rough piece of parchment, and he says, "These are to be the representatives of the enclave."
The
And he-
half elf looks green.
I'm sorry, what was the something that I have in my notes? Give me just a second.
I sure hope Acorn is one of the names on that list.
He said it says Fensiris, Grief, and the Orator.
Where? Why? Huh. All right. I mean,
Do you know who the Orator is? I mean, considering that it is you two, your names.
yeah.
Gift smiles and gives a slight bow.
Oh, well, I am pleased to meet your acquaintance. Your presence is required at the council. This is certainly an odd turn of events. I apologize for seeming incredulous. Is a little bit outside the norm for these situations.
Go ahead, Finn.
Oh, no. That's fine. Finn's a little taken aback about being, a representative for a group of druids that she didn't agree to join.
At this point, Gift, of course, as the half elf, will take off her traveling cloak. She has blue druid robes on underneath, and she says, "Perhaps the message was delayed, but we are happy to represent." That is definitely not true, so she can say that all day long.
Well, in the council will convene in 2 days. Today and tomorrow, you should be seeing groups arrive in town, and of course, you will be meeting with the King of Ravenhold. And he'll give you a slight bow, and he will say, "We appreciate your attendance."
Yeah, happy to be here. I just remembered, player-wise, that we did agree to spread the good word of the druids.
Be their representatives and
Yes.
support dragons
That's finally
maintaining their
clicked.
environment. Yeah, no, this is all above board.
Yeah.
Great job, past us.
I mean, I think Gift is actually slightly excited, but only in that way of I'm getting to do the job I signed up for. Wait, I have to do the job I signed up for.
That's fair.
No, we're happy to be here to represent the crew, the group, our homeboys, our buds, our best pals. I'll stop now.
He says, "Quite." He says, "Well, if you will be so kind as to excuse me, I do have more work to do. Lots of logistics and a few teleportations."
Oh, understood. Yes, we'll get out of your hair. And you said 2 days?
2 days.
All right, we'll see you then.
All right.
And Fen will step out of the office.
And are we splitting this gold with Billy?
Remember the party? I assume so.
Billy was not here, so
Oh, that's good. Wait a
Billy
minute.
did not join you.
Wait a minute. Where's Billy? What's he doing?
Is it because he didn't want to? Did he forget? Did we forget him?
He knew where we were, right?
He also was paying for a lot of our stuff. I don't feel like he is hard up for funds.
I do believe he was formerly part of the charter, though, with the the kingdom.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If anything, this is kind of Billy's mission. As you mentioned, Billy's been paying for some of our stuff. So I would say, I mean, I don't want to give him all of my cut, but like we should really ought to repay Billy a little bit.
Fair.
Well, if y'all want to look for Billy, give me an investigation check as you go back into town.
Is that just a +3? Oh no, it's +7. Hey, that's a 21.
17.
Is that an insight?
Investigation.
Sorry. Investigation. Non-nat 21.
It's super easy to find Billy. In fact, you come into town and the big hat. The big hat is actually.
Say, just follow the hat.
He actually has his hat off. He's eating outside one of the various stalls at like a small table, and it's just like this, like a pasty type thing, like just some large, possibly potatoes in like a dough, and he's chowing on it. He sees you and he waves you over and he says, "Have you had one of these? They are delicious."
I have no idea what's going on with that, but I'll try it.
He's like, "There is a gravy," and he just pours gravy over it. It is just divine.
So we didn't coordinate well. Apologies. We're figuring that one out. But we've talked to that wizardly dude. We weren't able to see the king, but we saw. You remember the wizard guy?
Oh yeah.
Fella? Okay. He gave us money for a job well done.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Grief and I and the orator over here need to be back there in 2 days for some sort of meeting about what's to be done about this cultist fella.
He says, "Oh, well, it sounds like y'all did a good job. Got your just rewards. Seems like everything's on the up and up."
This seems strange to you, Billy, that the druids would send us as their representatives, though, because that's why we're there. It's not because we did a good job. It's because the druids marked us as representatives.
He says, "They seem like a very odd folk. Maybe they just didn't want to leave the woods." I
If
felt
not
like
to
that.
this emphatically.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair.
Maybe this Amar fella is just real busy. I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Well, we did give him a task the last time we saw him, so I suppose that's fair.
We're just trading favors back and forth. I don't want to do this. I can't raise a dragon. All right.
He says, well, this all sounds like good news. It sounds like y'all get to be real important people for the day.
Yeah. But I don't know, Billy, when we agreed to represent the druids, were you part of that agreement? Because your name didn't come up in the representation.
Oh no, me and the druids did not hit it off. There was something thrown around about me being unnatural, which is fine. It's not entirely wrong. It's
got it.
I
Yeah.
might be a slight affront to nature.
Gift shops.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Well,
Gift rights on our chalkboard, aren't we all?
thank you for helping us out and getting Gift's sister back and rescued, and we appreciate it. And I don't know if you're planning on hanging around the town, but I mean, if you want that, like, it's in 2 days, we're going to go to the castle and there's a big meeting about this cultist group. So you might have some insight that others don't. So you might be useful there. Just throwing that out.
He says, well, the night we had the whole feast, I did talk to that wizard fella for quite a while. Did fill him in on what I know. Him and I came to a few agreements. I mean, I still decided to go and help you. I should have went and did what he asked me to, but sometimes you just live for a little bit of adventure. But I'm on the first boat out of here.
Okay, understood. Well, again, thank you for your help, and Grief, how are we splitting this money up? How's this
It was 250 gold total, so if we split it equally 4 ways, it's 62 and a half.
He's Billy will turn down his portion. He's like, no, I don't need any of that. I've made plenty of money in my day. You keep it. You all rightly deserve it.
I mean, that's very generous of you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Billy.
It writes on the chalkboard, "We'll see you parts south. We're finding a lost city."
Oh, now that's interesting. You mentioned a lost city here.
Looks at Finn.
Yeah, we're gonna be there's rumors mostly of a city of Dragonborn that was lost to time, but they tried to make a go of it outside of the mountains, and supposedly a beautiful place, and no one, at least from my society, has been able to find it, so it's only been rumors. So I've been trying to track them down and trying to figure out what happened to our brethren and our ancestors.
I wonder. No, I shouldn't tell you that. Anyway,
you can't. You can't. No, that's rude.
Gift laughs, like actually just laughs.
he
okay.
says, "Okay, I'm supposed to be looking for some kind of artifact, some item, something to do with a portal to the hells."
All right.
Or it was one of the layers of the hells, or it was near the hells. I don't remember. I figure I'll figure it out on the way.
Is it taking you down south? Is that why it came up in your head?
Well, yeah. I gotta go back to Zarkan. I gotta get a whole team together. Sounds like y'all got important business to do.
Well, I mean, who knows what happens after a couple of days, but then we're heading south ourselves, I think.
Well, maybe we'll meet up.
Maybe. Thank you for your help. And safe journeys.
Well, I leave later on today. I'm gonna finish my my pastry here.
You're gonna nurse that for 4 hours.
I got time to enjoy all the local delicacies.
That's fair. We did miss out on the Blackberry Festival.
I did not. I enjoyed that immensely. But that blacksmith friend, he seemed to have a good arm on him.
Yeah,
he can help you out.
Well, I'm gonna go check in on him because I think they were supposed to help us with the whole cultist raid. So just want to make sure they're okay. Actually,
all right.
I mean, that's as much on us as it is on them because we did kind of skip town and just went straight to the cultists. So
yeah, sometimes stuff happens.
He didn't want to go anyway.
Probably not.
He was not excited about it.
Billy, in case we don't see each other later, good luck on your adventures.
And, may the gods look out for you.
And also with you.
My private quest log now includes run into Billy Bones and make him dinner.
That's an excellent character goal.
Ben was slowly turning into become Daenerys Targaryen.
All right. Well, unless something happens plot-wise in the next 2 days, I think Gift will be spending basically all of her time meditating, like actively trying to know what to bring from the point of view of the sort of interior world and the druid concept in case I actually have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's insight related.
Yeah, go ahead and I'd say that would be some sort of wisdom check. So insight would be a good one. Druids use wisdom.
It's not terrible. That's 12.
Okay. You would know that, I mean, you've already mentioned it, like dragons are just another part of the world as it is. They may have like a little pathway to elemental world, but sometimes, in order to fight entropy, sometimes there needs to be like little holes from the elemental planes to
Makes
let in
sense.
more energy into our world. And that's natural. That's good. And war with dragons or war among dragons would mean the world is completely off kilter. I'm gonna have you roll a religion check as well, given what you have seen with Tiamat.
Also a 12.
Okay. Generally speaking, probably bringing a being as powerful as a god, especially an angry one, it's probably going to just be bad for the world. That's going to bring in a lot of entropy that you don't want.
Okay. I'm going to collect all of these thoughts. I'm going to argue I have 2 days to write it. And if you're smart, you write speeches in advance. So I'm going to argue I should get to make it a performance roll with advantage because I'm doing it in advance, like a sane person.
100%. Yes.
So there's the first roll. Oh, the first roll was a natural 20. So
Great. All right.
that's 24, natural 20 on the performance check for when I have to talk to these politicians and people.
Yeah, make sure to make a note of that.
Fantastic.
Remind me of it, and we'll handle that when we get to there. Yeah,
I am generic half elf. Hear me roar.
you are the orator. Not an orator,
my
the
orator.
orator.
Picturing all these ambassadors standing up on the table.
Well done, GIF. This is what you do.
Weirdly, what she was made for. How we got here, no one knows. Cool. So yeah, in the 2 days, we'll go to you, Grief. What are you doing in these 2 days?
Probably just working as needed and resting up for whatever the hell is going to come at us next.
Is there any like particular device or anything, enchantment you're working on, or upgrade to your chair? You don't have to answer
I have
that.
not picked one yet. I still need
Okay.
to pick one
Then don't worry about it. Just something to think about. We can always go over that
for sure.
next time. Fen, over these 2 days, what will you be doing?
Like you said to Billy, she's gonna head over to the blacksmith shop just to check in on them, see what's what. Aside from that, she's going to try to stick her nose into others' business and help with roof repairs for gift.
Actually, you by the time you all got done doing your errands, they seem to mostly be done. Like they're just doing some like last trimming on the actual thatch over the roof by the time you come back.
Okay, well, I was gonna help. I guess not. All right. The other thing I'm gonna do is study the map that I took from the leader's office, and so that I can get anything from there that to help with what we're going to talk about. And since Gift is the orator, I might pass on any extra info that I gather.
Yes. So it looks like a lot of the movements and everything go between 2 different places, and Brambles was a nice kind of middle ground between 2 places, Vrusea and some unmarked unlabeled location in the Kalian Mountains to the east. So there seems to be some some gathering of resources at the Kaleen Mountains, but there also seems to be some sort of operation that is moving a lot of things between Vrusea on the coast to the west and various other places through the realms, but it all kind of centers in Vrusea, the capital of the Elven Republic of Vosna. The caption it just said the Oven Republic of Bosnia. The caption was great. So anyway,
how much is the rent? I don't know that Gift knows.
Let me pull up the lifestyle table. So we'll say it is just the rent itself is probably going to be, for this kind of place, probably 5 gold a month.
Okay. All right. Well, they just had to do a bunch of repairs. And, that's the whole capital expenses happen in mass while income streams are slow. So Gift will pay 60 gold, which is a year's worth of rent.
The people here, the person you're paying, you pay this to the actual Horace is the patriarch of this family, but you pay this to Jenry, his wife, who is the bartender at the Hanged Hog, and she says, she'll thank you. She says, like, are you not planning on staying here? Like, paying up front's kind of weird.
I like the idea of having a house.
She says, now you and me both, and she'll take your money.
She also writes, I would love to learn about cooking when I'm home, if that's okay.
She says, well, Horace here can always use a sous chef.
Yeah,
and
whenever
says,
she's home, she's going to enjoy it.
Horace from this back, I don't need a sous chef. She said, yes, you do. Quit saying you don't. We've gone through 3 different cooks, and then it just trails on for a while they're both working.
Perfection.
I also, if possible, I want to see if I can find the owners of the string of pearls and the golden sapphire ring.
Okay, yeah. Give me investigation.
13.
13? Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough. You go through, you ask, you ask FA, who does a good amount of can do some minor jewelry work, and so she knows a little bit. And she gives you a few leads, and that you follow. For all that, you get people pay you rewards for that, for part of the value. Let me just double check. You get another 300 gold in rewards for returning these.
Okay. I would like to split that with my party.
Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, welcome.
Eventually, I too will be able to walk through trees, and I will come home to my apartment.
It'll be perfect.
Mm-hmm. So you all are doing these things. Various important people seem to be coming into town from different far-flung places. One of these days, we'll say it's the day after you got back, a entourage of elves, seemingly from the Republic, come in. And there's one important figure that they all seem to be escorting through town. He just seems to be taking a little bit of a tour of this town. Definitely, like, incredibly important, very fine clothing in the colors of this pale blue with a moon sigil brooch on his robes, the colors of the Republic. But Gift, you see a shadowy figure attached to this man. Only you see it. And that's where we're going to end this session. So yeah, that's where we're going to call this for today.
All right.
Well done, Mal.
Gotta always hold one thing in your pocket to leave you with.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so thank you everyone for tuning in to watch us play Dungeons and Dragons. Now we're going to go into our outros. We'll start with you, Silver. Tell us about yourself.
Right. I am Silver_Bulette here on Twitch as well as over on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, you can find all of season 1 of Capes and Caverns, my silly superhero-based D&D game that I happen to write up. And we are just starting season 2 right now. We have 2 episodes up on YouTube, and tomorrow, hopefully, we'll have episode 3 of season 2, in which I am playing a Faltharian news reporter / laser brain. So it's fun. And also, if you want to check out a podcast, if you are not full of podcasts already, check out All the Web's a Stage, a short play podcast. I bring on friends and we write 5-minute plays and then we perform them. And they're all based off of Twitter sentences that we find and challenge each other with. So that's me.
Awesome. Jaden.
Hey, I'm Jaden or Soliloquy. You can find me on most platforms as Fat Sapphic Bro, mostly around on TikTok where I talk about social justice, also day-to-day life, art stuff, and disability things. So yeah.
Sweet. Penny.
And yeah, my name is Penny. I can be found around the web sometimes at Cetra777. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I'm working on an OpenD6 system game called Paranormal D6, where PCs have a connection to realistic supernatural. So maybe they're an alien abductee or they're a TV ghost hunter. And what is it like to touch the real supernatural in a world that is very much like ours?
Awesome. All right. And I'm Archangelic. You can find me here Sunday nights at 7:30 Pacific running this game, The Heir of the Dragons, for these wonderful people here. You can also find me on Twitter at Archangelic. I just want to thank everyone again for joining us for tonight's game. If you've missed any of our games, you can check them out on our YouTube. I upload them when I remember to. But everything's up to date there now. The link is in our chat. It is also linked on the description for this channel. One last thing, just want to thank our producer, .user. Thank you for helping us run this show. Really couldn't do it without you. We appreciate you. Once again, thank you for tuning in. We hope to see you next week. We love you. Bye.
Bye.